Greek Prime Minister has urged the public to stay calm after declaring a state of emergency on Santorini. More tremors have been reported as Kyriakos Mitsotakis visited the island. Hundreds of small earthquakes have struck over the past week. The army has been deployed and thousands of residents and tourists have fled. Our correspondent Evangelos Sipsas is in Athens.
These tremors continue to take place as we speak in Santorini, but also the nearby islands of Anafi and Ios and Amorgos. Those are the islands mostly affected by it. So far, there have been reported that just overnight, more than 100 tremors, quite strong ones actually, have been taking place. And that's what worries the scientists. Scientists are worried because what they have said so far is that we haven't experienced the main earthquake, so to say, the strong one that they're expecting. And that's why there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's why there's a lot of concern. That's why, as you mentioned, thousands had to leave the island of Santorini. We're talking about almost 60% of the population has left the island and has found refuge to nearby islands or here in Athens. The Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, also visited the island on Friday, and he declared it a state of emergency because they're concerned that something bigger might happen. Now, of course, we haven't heard any major damages. There has been some rock slides, some slight damages in buildings and in nearby islands, but nothing significant. And that's what the Prime Minister is focusing on. He wants nothing to happen. He wants to be as much as prepared as he can be in case of a big earthquake. That's why the army has been deployed. That's why generators are on the island, but also antennas in case of connectivity with a cell phone. Now, the Prime Minister did say that our #1 priority is to make sure that the people that are going to be there need to stay safe. Let's have a listen.
My job is to always err on the side of caution, and that is why we have mobilized the state infrastructure in the eventuality of a bigger earthquake. We're constantly listening to the experts, and we will take our decisions based on their expert advice.
And on the island at the moment, there is, from the Civil Protection, a unit there that is stationed in an outdoor field where they set up tents. They're going to be staying there until things are calming down. And they want to make sure that if people need to evacuate, they're going to be there to support them and to be able to help them leave the island.
Evangelo, very briefly, Santorini loved the world over for its tourism, of course, and its beauty. What does all this mean for this coming season's tourism?
Well, it is a world destination. 90% of the island's economy does rely on tourism. So you can imagine right now how people are concerned that this upcoming summer season, it could be affected. Because businesses, as we speak right now, have been shut. There has been cancellations in trips of people who already planned of going to the island. And that's why the locals there are concerned. And they raise that concern to the Prime Minister, saying that if this continues to happen and cancellations continue more and more, then we need support by the government to be able to subsidize what we're going to lose. So this island could be heavily affected by tourism, but not only the island, the Greek economy as well.